Okay, folks, today we're looking at college math and writing and solving equations. So this is where kind of the rubber meets the road, and all these little skill sets that we've been working with equations, now we're going to put to work to solve a problem. So one of the things you have to do when you're solving a problem is you have to read, you have to reread, you have to plan, you have to write it, the equation, solve it, and then check. So the last part is probably the easiest part of this, that reading and understanding and trying to plan by naming a variable and trying to figure out how you're going to write the expressions is really the toughest part in the first two steps here. So we're going to use the 5-step problem solving method, and we're going to use percent increase and percent decrease. We're going to evaluate those as well. So first part, we did go over this in class, but I'm going to go over it again here with the... Okay, let me see if I can move this around a little bit. Okay, and so we have the highlighter here. So we've got when 6 is subtracted from a number, the result is negative 18. What's the original number? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say let x equal the original number. And then if you see where I have this highlighted, it says 1/2 of that number. And then 6 subtracted from 1/2 the number is negative 18. So that's the tough part, taking and translating the equation into math. And then you take the math and just solve the equation. So you can see that the original number is 24 here as you solve the equation, adding 6, multiplying by 2, and getting your answer of negative 24. Now you can then test it in your original equation, see if it makes sense. Okay, then the second problem where in 2008, Pierre's Pizza and Burger Palace, and notice I kind of wrote over top that with a P and a B, together had revenue totaling $470,000. If Burger Palace took in $90,000 less than Pierre's Pizza, how much did each take as revenue? Well, we're solving equations with one variable, not two here, but we kind of use a method like we called systems of equations. So if you have a total revenue of $470,000, that means that that's P for Pierre's Pizza and Burger Palace together. So we added their revenues together. We got $47,000. So then the second sentence is used where we have $90,000. Burger Palace took in $90,000 less than Pierre's Pizza. So the revenue from Burger Palace is $90,000 less than Pierre's Pizza. So I got that second expression, which I then boxed up, and then I took it and I substituted. You see the arrow that I'm drawing as I go around like this. The arrow, I'm substituting P minus 90,000 in for B. Then I'm going to take that equation, I'm going to bring it down here, that first equation, and I just substitute in that amount that I have squared in here, okay? P minus 90,000, okay? And then I simplify that expression here. I get 2P minus 90,000 on the right-hand side, solve, then I'm down to the last couple steps, solving the equation, and then checking the answers and so forth. So adding 90,000, dividing by 2, and I get Pierre's Pizza has a revenue of 280,000, and then I just take that and I substitute back into the second equation that you see here, and I get 200. B is equal to 280,000 Pierre Pizza's revenue minus 90,000, and I get 190,000 for Burger Palace's revenue. So here's the two answers. The Pierre's Pizza has 280,000 and the Burger Palace has 190,000. Okay, let's try the next problem. Just going over this quickly, we had time for this. The perimeter of a triangle is 37 feet, right? 37 feet. The first side of the triangle is 2 feet longer than the second side, and the third side of the triangle, third side is, and I'm putting number 2 on that for a reason, is 5 feet longer than the second side. So what we don't know is the second side, and we don't know anything about the second side, but we know that the other two sides are related to it. So what I do is I let, if you will, x equal the second side. And then the others then are number 1, 2 feet longer, x plus 2. Then the other one, number 2, is 5 feet longer, so x plus 5. Adding all of those up together, here we have x plus 2 plus x plus 5 is equal to 37. Then on the next line where we have 37 is equal to 3x plus 7, we're just down to solving the equation, subtracting 7 and then dividing by 3. So we get our answer here is x is equal to 10. Now x is equal to 10. X plus 2 is then equal to 12. And these are in feet. And then x plus 5 is equal to 15 feet. And for brevity, I think I'll just circle this, okay? So it says find the length of each side. So there you have it, 10, 12, and 15 feet, okay? The sum of two consecutive integers, this one we didn't get a chance to get onto, but the sum of two consecutive integers is 59. So if I start off, notice if you have consecutive integers, if I have 2, I have to add 1 to get to the next integer. I have to add another 1 to get to the next integer. So if I consider that this one's x, this one is going to be x plus 1, and then this one is going to be x plus 2, if you will. But we are only dealing with 2 here. So we're going to say, okay, here's the first plus the second consecutive is equals 59. So we're just going to say x plus 2 is equal to 59. Now they're consecutive integers, not even or odd, so it's just 1 unit between them. So we get 2x plus 2 is equal to 59, and then subtracting 2, we get 2x is equal to 57. Wait a minute. I have this wrong. I have the wrong number there. Oh, I think I overwrote. The sum of two consecutive integers, 59, find the integers. So I get 58. Sorry, here, my mistake here is 59, right? I got to subtract. I did make a mistake here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract here. Holy cow, I'm going too fast now here. So the first one is x, second one is x plus. There we go. So we get x plus 1 is 59. And then we subtract 1 here, 59 here. So we get 58, and we get x is equal to 29. Sorry, I had to reflect on my work. It wasn't making sense at the point. So then find the integers. It's going to be 29 and then 30. So if you add these two together, you should get 59, which you do. Okay, so I'm going to take a break on that video since I messed up there. It makes me so sad to mess up, but you know what? You will know that I'm human. I'm not artificial intelligence. Okay, so I'm going to pick up with the second video on 2.5. All right, I'll see you when I